BC Lions aren't so fond of saying that since BC Place Stadium was built, rarely has there been a bad day outside while a football game is being played inside. And what do you know, the sun is shining again today in Vancouver. Here's a look at the starting lineups for the 75th Grey Cup game. For the Toronto Argonauts at quarterback, Gilbert Renfro. Bob Obilovich calls him a young Warren Moon. Gil Fennerty, the Rookie of the Year in the CFL, is joined by Warren Hudson in the backfield. The receivers, there are 4 of them, but the one everybody looks for, and Edmonton will have to concentrate on, is number 1, Darryl Smith. Up front, Chris Schultz and Dan Perrone, the strong side, the left side of the Toronto Argonauts offensive line. Defensively for the Edmonton Eskimos, you saw him in the pregame show, John the Juice Mandarich, and Stuart Hill is the guy who gets most of the sacks. Danny Bass, the veteran, the leader in the middle of the linebacking corps for the Eskimos. At the secondary, a much improved Edmonton secondary. It has been improving all season long. The Edmonton Eskimos offense will be introduced to the crowd here at BC Place Stadium. That's what it looks like in the direction of quarterback Matt Dunnigan. And the Argo fans will have a chance to cheer their defense, which they have done all season long. Doug the Tank Landry in the middle of the linebackers, and those 4 up front put a lot of pressure on. Joe Farragalli asking for a big kickoff from Jerry Cowrick, number 4, and Darnell Clash is normally the man who is back there for the Argos. They have got Dwight Edwards and Gil Fennerty returning this kickoff. Edwards to start the 75th Grey Cup with a reverse to Darryl Smith. And the Eskimos are not fooled.
No, they're not fooled, and they're not fooled because they stay disciplined covering the kickoff. Backup defensive back Mark Norman stays in his lane, disrupts the reverse.
Well, that might be an indication of what we can expect from the Argos. Their brashness showing up right off the bat. First down, Argos at the 25-yard line. They split Gene Thomas to the right and Jeff Smith to the left. Fennerty and those moves at the line of scrimmage get him close to a first down.
Well, that quickness he's shown all year makes him Rookie of the Year. And the Eskimos are going to have to be disciplined coming off the ball versus the run. They can't take a side on an offensive lineman.
The second down and third down short yardage situations killed the Blue Bombers last week. The Argos had a great ability to make 8 or 9 yards on first down and keep the ball away from the Winnipeg offense. They love to do the very same thing today.
Well, eat that clock up if you can keep it away from a potent offense, as they did against the Bombers and Tom Clements. They're going to try to do the same again with Matt Dunnigan. They naturally cool off. You stay in the sidelines, you become almost over-anxious.
Fennerty is the only Shenley Award winner in today's game. Rookie of the Year ahead of Stanley Blair of the Edmonton Eskimos. It is second down, very short yardage, and Gilbert Renfro will take it himself and make sure of the first down.
Well, the Eskimos have been a difficult team to run on all year. Some of the best offenses have tried, and it's primarily due, as far as being tough to run against, is because they are a very structured group. Danny Bass let loose to run free, the front forward, take the offensive lineman so he can move and make tackles along with the outside linebackers.
2 running plays for Toronto, a first down for the Argonauts. Again, they deliberately hand the ball to Fennerty, and he breaks into the open. He hasn't got the speed to get to the outside. He cuts back with another move inside. The Argo bench salutes a big run by Gil Fennerty.
Gil Fennerty has showed us all year one of the reasons he's a great runner is because he's got great mobility and tremendous feet, but he's got tremendous eyes. Watch him read. Follow Hudson up the field. Now make that cut to the outside. Right there. That shiftiness is tough. Now takes it to the outside. Great run. Good job by the offensive line, jamming people.
These are 2 of the best run defenses in the league, 2 of the best 3, and so far the Argos are shredding the Eskimos with Fennerty. Here's Renfro's first pass, and it's a deep one. Jeff Smith can't get there. Covered by Steve Benjamin.
Well, when you're successful with a run and a drive, the one thing that now becomes a little bit more effective is play action. Drop that hand down to the running back, freezes the linebackers and also slows down the defensive secondary, makes them hesitate just for a second.
Ball at the Eskimo 39-yard line. The first time the Argos have the ball, they have a scoring chance. Pearson is in motion as Renfro looks, gets time, and the pass is incomplete, intended for Thomas, broken up by Blair.
Stanley Blair, an aggressive cornerback, has come on very well this year. He stays tight with Thomas. I think Renfro would have liked to see Thomas come back to the ball a little bit more. Don't make your cut and sit there and wait for the ball. Keep coming back to him.
Lance Chomik from 46 yards out. 46-yard field goal attempt for number 4, Lance Chomik. It is wide, and the Eskimos don't want to concede anything to start this game, not when they can get the ball into the hands of the Gizmo. Henry Williams out of bounds just past his 20-yard line. There is still no score. The Argonauts threatened but did not get points. The Eskimos have the ball now. Neil, the Argo offense seems much more settled in Edmonton. Certainly when they're handing the ball to Fennerty, they look productive.
Well, so far they've had great success. Bob Obilovich said when they run the ball, they want to run between the ends of Edmonton because they spread out so wide.
First down, Argos from their 43. Renfro has some pressure, throws the screen, and Fennerty couldn't catch it, tried to do it with one hand. The screen play is another big part of the Argo offense where Fennerty is concerned, but the Eskimos had that read very well.
They certainly did. Screenplay can be very effective against a zone defense where the linebackers are going to drop and drop deep, but not this time. He gets great pressure up front from Hill and Zachary, but there's Craig Schaefer, reads it all the way.
It's one of those passes that didn't need to be caught because I don't think Fennerty, moves or not, was going anywhere if he had gathered that ball in. So it's 2nd and 10 at Toronto's 43-yard line. Renfro on the run, a nice pass and catch. Paul Pearson on the other end of it.
Paul Pearson played a big part of the victory over Winnipeg. He shut down Darryl Smith. They'll go to Paul Pearson. According to the Argo coaches, he was open an awful lot last week, and you can't forget about the old veteran. Plays very well. Very solid receiver runs. Watch him run a couple tremendous routes this week in practice. He's still got good quickness.
And when you hear comparisons, Gilbert Renfro to Warren Moon, and watch a play like this, you know what they're talking about.
Exactly.
On the run, fully in control, good hard pass, and an accurate one. Fennerty does his dance at the line of scrimmage. The Eskimos hold the game to a fairly short one, but Fennerty is all revved up to play a big game, and he had many in his first year in the CFL. This is the man who preceded Gordy Lockbaum at Holy Cross, and anybody who follows U.S. college football, even down in Division II, knows that Gordy Lockbaum is a Heisman Trophy candidate this year. Gil Fennerty was at the same school, and he was the Holy Cross running back before Lockbaum. Lots of time for Renfro. He found Pearson, who just ducked between 2 Edmonton defenders. They watched him go by like they didn't know what to do, and Pearson got a first down out of it.
Well, they probably weren't sure what to do. Renfro starts to approach the line of scrimmage, and he's a good runner. He starts to put that ball away, but always looking downfield. Pearson slides back. Good shot by Bass to take him down. Great adjustment by Pearson to get himself open.
Fennerty on the pitch to the right. And he just put his head down and went hard that time. No fancy moves by Fennerty. But the Eskimos are certainly going to have to stop the run because it's been a big part of what the Argos have done, though there is no score yet. The Argos have had the better field position because they have moved the ball.
Fennerty, reacting to the pressure this week, became very serious and solemn. Friday afternoon practice, you could just see it in his face. He just wanted to play.
Ball at the 39 of the Eskimos. This matches the Argos' deepest penetration. They'll get no deeper this time. Lance Chomik, who missed a 51-yard field goal earlier, a 46-yard field goal, I keep saying 51, is going to come on and try another 46-yard field goal.
Henry the Gizmo Williams, always dangerous. They'll try to get him the ball. A lot of people might give up a point or let the ball bounce around. Bob Obilovich knows that when after you kick, a lot of offensive teams have a tendency to relax. They better not relax after they kick this ball if it's wide.
This attempt from the right hash marks. And he again missed it to the right. Gizmo has a block and the sidelines. He has not stepped out. He may go all the way. He needs one block and he'll do it easily. He may not need the block. Henry Gizmo Williams with Elisic chasing him. Scores.
Doesn't think there's a faster man in football than the Gizmo, and this may be why. Great move to get away from Don Moen, and look at him set that wall up, and right in front of the Argo bench. Look at them, there's three of them there. Knock another one down, jump over a guy, and he's going in the end zone. Don Wilson leads him.
We'll call it a 114-yard return. You can keep punts away from him, but the only way not to kick a field goal to him is to make the field goal. And Lance Chomik has missed two, and the second miss really hurt. Well, you talk about special teams and their importance.
Well, not only are they important, a good return is important, but this is just downright unbelievable the way they set this return up. When he gets it in the end zone, and what it's going to do to the Eskimos, it should be nothing but positive, and I tell you that it's got to hurt the Argos. They've controlled the first part of this quarter to have this happen.
Well, Lance Chomik couldn't catch Henry Williams, and he also wonders about why he couldn't make a 46-yard field goal. Here's Chomik's opposite number, Jerry Carrick, who has punted the ball well and now gets a chance to kick it off again, and he and the Eskimos like that. Dwight Edwards. He's got a lot of speed if he can find the room. Still on his feet. Edwards fighting to the 52, 53-yard line.
Well, you want to find out what a kicker does after he knows he's missed the field goal. He's got 11 other guys that has to go down the field. So I know he would be disappointed once he's made it or missed it, but he has to react, and to see that coming at him has to be scary. I mean, the first off, he gets you're depressed because you missed another field goal. Two chances to hit the scoreboard, and then that pulse increases when he sees what's coming at him.
Argos at their 52. Renfro for Darrell Smith, the big play receiver for the Argonauts. Makes a big play the first time he's had a chance to catch the ball.
Smith has been such a big play receiver for the Argonauts this year. Not only big catches, but outstanding catches. He releases to the outside of Don Wilson. It's a zone. Wilson goes out to the flat. Now Smith settles into that area. Waits for the ball.
Again, the Argos moving inside the Edmonton 40. It's the third time they've been there. Catch is made by Gene Thomas, so now the Argonauts are near the 30, the deepest they've been in Edmonton territory, but they have no points to show for it yet.
Asking Bob Obilovich, did he think that the team would suffer having Thomas to the outside? He said, well, he's a good receiver, but he hasn't yet learned how to adjust to defenses. He came from a run-oriented college, University of the Pacific, but he's catching on well. He's definitely a threat.
9-yard gain, 2nd and 1 from the Eskimo 30. Warren Hudson carries for the first time and gets the first down.
Watching Bob Obilovich all week, doesn't seem to be shaken. He's been here before.
Find him with your eyes right now. Find him. Don't be walking around in the daze. You see him?
Renfro under some pressure. Almost picked off by Ron Howard, who adjusted just a little bit late to that tip pass.
All upset with himself. That was a completion and probably a first down if he got that ball down a little bit to Smith. Some help coming in from the sidelines. That's Conjemi to the left of Obilovich, signaling in the play.
Argos is 2nd and 10 from the Edmonton 27. Smith went up, couldn't come down with it, and isn't too happy about that, nor is Gilbert Renfro. Lance Chomick for his 3rd field goal attempt of the day.
Well, time to settle down a bit, maybe for Gilbert Renfro. Follow through in that ball. That's 2 first down opportunities were there. He showed us an awful lot of cool this year, though. I don't think that'll bother him.
Of course, that isn't the whole story. Chomick has missed 2 field goals, but the second time he missed it turned into an Edmonton touchdown. This is a field goal that is made by Chomick. So the Argos are on the board. They trail, however, 7-3. Williams is the deeper of the 2. Williams to the right of Chomick, and they kick it left and pretty deep to Jones. He's a good kick returner, too. Good coverage by the Argos. Landry doing a little talking to Stephen Jones.
I'm surprised it's only a little. I'm sure it'll continue on. They have to, as a defensive unit, have to keep coming and keep this Eskimo offense off guard, because they can't let them on track.
Eskimos are leading, and they have not done a thing offensively. Dunnigan from his 25. Flags come down. Pass is juggled and caught by Kelly. Made a pretty good move on Darnell Clash, but there are penalty flags.
Procedure, Edmonton number 70.
Brian Kelly coming off the ball early. Should be looking down the line, waiting for the snap.
Constant chatter from Joe Faragelli on the sidelines.
You see this roll step. Whoops. Caught him.
Maybe one too many moves for Brian Kelly that time. He's seldom accused of that. Over the middle, and they find Rick House, the slot back, short of a first down.
A tough catch for Rick House coming off the ball, reading that Willie Pless is to his outside. He makes the adjustment, comes in, and Real makes a fine catch. But that's maybe the types of plays they're going to have to make here to get going offensively.
Second down, the Eskimos need a couple. Now, the first question would be, does the noise in here have anything to do with that?
Well, I talked about that this week with the offensive coaches, the Eskimos, and they said they were going to try to get in and out of the huddle, with still 13 seconds on the clock, so there would be time to make adjustments, or so Dunnigan could make a change at the line of scrimmage and call an audible.
Well, they'll be out with plenty of time this time. Joe can't understand it. Makes it 2nd and 7. Here come the Argos, and Dunnigan looks for a receiver. Now he looks to run. He won't. Willie Pless is there. Again, there's a flag.
Discussion is taking or referring to downfield. That's where the flag is in the secondary.
Indication from Edmonton is that it's against Toronto.
Holding. Toronto number 13. First down.
David Daniels caught downfield. There's no wonder there was no one for Dunnigan to throw the ball to. Good coverage. And David Daniels was called for holding.
So it takes a penalty, but the Eskimos finally move the yardsticks. And Willie Pless's tackle of Matt Dunnigan doesn't count. The many moves of Kelly bring him a catch, and look at that.
Good adjustment by both Brian Kelly and Matt Dunnigan. Dunnigan seeing a lot of Argonauts are up in the line and coming after him. They have to make that adjustment by sight. A quick out, Darnell clashes off the ball. Figure now he's got him cornered. There's only the sidelines and me. Well, think again. What a great move. Gets back upfield.
It's an interesting one-on-one battle. Clash does play off Kelly, but if Kelly can bring him closer, watch Brian Kelly turn it out and then up. That's what the Eskimos are counting on in that battle. Dunnigan buying some time and some room, but both disappear as he goes out of bounds.
Well, Dunnigan's going to have his hands full running the football outside when you've got people like Landry and Pless with their speed. They react so quickly when the quarterback crosses that line of scrimmage. It'll make it tough on him. So we end the first quarter with the Eskimos up 7-3.
We start the second quarter, Edmonton leading Toronto 7-3. The Eskimos have second down, and they have it at the Argo 50-yard line. First time the Eskimos have scrimmaged the ball inside Toronto territory. That's not the first time the ball has been there. Henry Williams carried it all the way through Edmonton and Toronto territory for the first touchdown of this game.
It was a non-stop trip, wasn't it?
Dunnigan saw the rush and threw it over the middle for a first down. Rick House's second catch, and the first one was the same as that.
The Argonauts are standing up Dan Sellers, who's usually or has been playing a rush end a lot of the year, and dropping him off as a linebacker. That time they bring Willie Pless, and maybe they're taking advantage of Sellers' lack of ability or knowledge as a linebacker where he should be dropping to, because House and Dunnigan hooked up once again in that area.
Big rush on Dunnigan. He hasn't got a chance to think. Landry just boomed right up the middle.
And then described the play for him at the same time. The Argonaut defense aggressive. Look for that gap right up the middle through Bill Stevenson's and Rod Conop's gap. They were tied up, and that's the way blitzes are effective.
Well, Landry got Dunnigan's attention that time. Matt Dunnigan surveys the defense. Tosses a screen to Jones. Milson Jones with blockers. Puts his head down and goes to about the 26-yard line. He is still a couple of yards short of a first down.
Good call by the Eskimos. Quite willing to put the ball in the hands of their running backs, either Jones or Skinner. Here's a quick screen. You see the offensive line leave. Jones slides out underneath. Argos drop back into his zone, but react quickly, and there again is Landry.
Well, Landry probably prevented the first down. Had Jones been able to take on the other Argo tackler head on, he might have gone 2 yards farther. Gary Cowrick is in the game, of course, to try a field goal as Landry gets treatment.
Walking off with that shoulder a little bit low. All year long, Jerry Cowrick has been changing up the tees. It's done by Dwayne Mandrusiak, the equipment manager. But he doesn't see it until game day. He's doing it all year.
Looking right at it now. 34-yard attempt. Straight through the uprights. And the Eskimos build their lead. Jerry Cowrick has punted well. He's kicked off. And now he's made his first field goal try.
Tee with the picture of the Grey Cup on it. Nice and smooth. Good plan on that left foot. Not too far ahead. Good contact and a good hold by Matt Dunnigan.
Again, Cowrick kicks off. Dwight Edwards took a hit and kept running. Brian Warren finally brought him down.
Dwight Edwards with great speed is really a threat back there. He hits up in a good seam, bounces off a hard tackle by Don Wilson, but Warren finally gets him down in front of the Eskimo bench.
Argonauts have had the ball 4 times. They've had a chance to score on 2 of the first 3 and didn't. Finally got 3 points the 4th time. They moved the ball with Chomik kicking it from 34 yards out. Running along the line, doesn't go too far upfield though, as the Eskimos string out that run.
Well, that's what you have to do against a sweep to the short side, led by Larry Ruck, the outside linebacker. Just make the running back keep bouncing outside, and the defensive back linebacker fill, and finally there's no place to go because you're at the sidelines.
Argo ball at their 49, 2nd down 9. Comes a blitz from the Eskimos. Renfro still has time. Throws it deep, intended for Kennedy. He catches it, and he scores. Yards from Gilbert Renfro to Gil Fennerty.
Offenses like to create mismatches. A running back on a linebacker. Fennerty runs a flat, a wheel pattern, then up the sidelines. He just has one stride on the linebacker, Larry Ruck, but that was enough.
The Argos strike quickly, almost as quickly as the Eskimos struck for their touchdown by Gizmo Williams. Argos had the ball less than a minute, and they have 6 points and now a 7th from Lance Chomik, and we are tied in this Grey Cup. 12 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Big plays for touchdowns on both sides.
Bosch reacting very quickly to the ball being thrown to the flat. He comes off coverage of Brian Kelly, moves up on the overthrown ball to Rick House. That's experienced defense showing right there.
Argos at their 32. That's Darrell Smith moving around, and a little bit of early movement by the Eskimos. Brings the play to a halt before it gets started.
Good look at Dunnigan with Tracy Ham at the clipboard, going over the plays that they've run, the success that they've had. They're all charted, and each play shows what it is, where on the field, and the success. He'll refer to that as the game goes on.
John Mandarich jumped, and the Eskimos are penalized 5 yards. A look at the quarterback stats. Gilbert Renfro with the 61-yard touchdown pass to Gil Fennerty. First and 5, Argos at their 37. Warren Hudson, and he's tough to bring down with a first down.
Bob Obilovich calls Warren Hudson maybe the best fullback blocker in the league. And he could play an important part in this game if he continues to run the bull style like that. They can use him for 3, 4, 5 yards plus, and that'll also take the heat off of Fennerty.
Got a first down to the 45. Argos and Eskimos tied 10-10 midway through the second quarter. Jeff Smith diving for the catch.
Darnell Clash has an interception, a new haircut, and some new shoes. Don't hate me. Some do and some don't. They have to respect him by the way he plays football, though.
Argos another second and short, about a yard and a half needed for a first down. Kennedy will get that as the Argos move into Edmonton territory. And again, the score doesn't reflect it, but the Argo offense has clearly worked better than Edmonton's.
Well, they seem to be executing well. When I talked to Joe Farragilly this week, I asked, well, how do you plan to do on the offensive line? He said, well, defensive line, we'll start our defensive ends out, but there you see what can happen. If the big fullback hooks up with a Stuart Hill, stays in contact, keeps him out of the play, Hill's a key part of this defense.
Renfro on first down again gets lots of time, and it enables him to pick out Paul Pearson at the sidelines with a first down to the Edmonton 39. The Eskimos must start getting pressure on Gilbert Renfro.
I like the way the Argonauts under Renfro's leadership are changing up their plays, throwing inside out, using the running backs. Pearson just goes out in the flat, right in front of Don Wilson. And if it's there, they're going to take it. They'll take it all day.
Draw play, Kennedy, lots of time to look where he's going, and he is going close to another first down. He's got one. Really, the Argos appear to be keeping Edmonton's defense off balance.
Well, isn't that the key, though? You want to mess up a defense, get them on their heels. Watch, he waits and waits, and now he'll take it, and you don't have to hit somebody to make a block. Look at that. He goes outside, forces Wilson to take that outside. Number 66, Prunster, goes and faces him, but never lays a hand on him. That's how you set up your offensive line.
That was a draw play from the word go, and the Eskimos still reacted to it late. This time there's pressure on Renfro, and he'll go down. As you would expect, it's Stuart Hill who makes the sack.
Stuart Hill with 18 sacks this year, and a lot of them are when the quarterback decides to leave the pocket. Because of his ability as an athlete, he can get off the offensive line. You see, he's going outside. Great spin move inside, then goes to the ball.
Now Stuart Hill is the guy who gets the pressure for the Eskimos. He finally gets a sack, and he'll have to keep doing it. Renfro's accurate passing is hurting the Eskimos when he has time to throw. Again, there's time for Renfro. He could reload for that one and hit Dean Thomas at the 10-yard line.
Dave, once again, that reloading that we're seeing by Renfro is showing that he knows not to try to force the ball in there, because that linebacker was in the eye of Thomas. Let him come back across the middle into that open area, then zip it in there.
Thomas juggled that pass before cradling it and being tackled. First down, just outside the 10-yard line. Kennedy again is able to pick his way through that Edmonton defense.
But Gil Fennedy in college, when he's at Holy Cross, I think that's when he got the name The Thrill. He had one game against Columbia where he had 18 rushes for 336 yards and 6 touchdowns. And I believe after that, the name The Thrill stuck.
Well, he's got a chance at 100 yards in the first half today, plus a 61-yard pass for a touchdown. From the 4-yard line, Fennedy scores. There is a flag. Offside against Edmonton. The touchdown stands.
Danny Bass mentioned to me yesterday that the one thing the Argonauts do and do a lot is they keep coming after you with the run, even if you shut them down, and that has a lot to do with Bobo Bilovich's offensive thinking. But great eyes, coming back, great block up front, beat one man, get in the end zone. You can hit me when I've crossed the line, it doesn't matter.
The Argos' first lead of the day is 7 points, 17-10 after Gil Fennerty's second touchdown of the game. With 4:16 remaining in the first half, Fennerty has been a one-man force on offense for Toronto. Well, he's the star of the first half, Gil Fennerty of the Argonauts. And there's one reason, but just one.
As Bobo Bilovich would say, it's great when a plan comes together, and their plan was to run the football.
Eskimos from the Argo 47 with a first down. Argos show a big blitz. Dunnigan reads it, and the ball is batted down. Batted down by Rodney Harding.
Heads up play by Harding. Actually, it is by any defensive lineman to be able to come hard on an offensive lineman, make some moves, and then still watch the quarterback and try to get in the air and knock down that angle, or get the arms up and take away the ball. Good surge. Gerald Bayless on Rod Conniff. The running backs are 4.
Second and 10, Eskimos. Dunnigan still hasn't thrown it. He now fumbles it, and this could be a Toronto touchdown. Doug Landry will go all the way.
Dunnigan pumps quickly, but Glenn Kulka, who once was an Eskimo, comes in, takes Dunnigan down before he can get it underneath his ribs and protect it. Landry with one scoop takes it into the end zone. The offensive linemen come off the ball expecting the ball to be thrown quickly. That's what how the play is designed. Good job of defensive coverage behind the front 4 to take away what Matt Dunnigan thought he could execute.
Dominic convert is good. Some of the high moms are done flippantly and almost as a thing to do. Doug Landry said that was for you, Mom. His mother is seriously ill, and he dedicated this game to her, and obviously that touchdown. Santa might be bringing a present early this year, but I don't know who the present's going to be wrapped for by the end of this game. A second turnover is a very big play in this game, opening up a 14-point Argo lead.
You see Kulka staying on the block. The protection is pretty good. He was well handled by Bill Stevenson and Rod Conniff. But it's tough on the offensive lineman when the quarterback stays back there and pumps, and they don't know where the ball's going. They're not sure if the ball's even downfield. Kulka's persistence is the reason that sack happened. Damon Allen gets that right arm warm. Ken Lowe, Dr. Gordon Cameron on the left, and Dr. Cherry on the right, talking to Matt Dunnigan.
Williams watches a teammate return another kickoff. Richards. Pretty good return by Richards out to the 40-yard line. And it looks as though Dunnigan is not going anywhere.
Well, it gets awfully warm in that field. It's very close in here, and this is about the time it starts to affect you. Though you wouldn't think it'd be warm The air's very close. The heat buildup is tremendous, and that cool towel will make him feel better.
Well, the strength of the Eskimos is the ability to go to Damon Allen if necessary and get a solid job out of the second quarterback. The Eskimos need it now, down by 14 points. A little over 2 minutes to go in the first half. Wilson Jones knew that hit was coming. He was treated rather rudely by Rodney Harding after he dropped the ball, but part of the reason he did drop it was that Harding was in his face.
Well, this is the time the Argonauts defense might try to bully the offense, and I think that it's time to the Eskimos, if somebody starts to push, it's time to start pushing back because they can't let this slide.
Neil, the Bombers were pushed around by the Argos, and as the game went on, it became more evident, and I wonder if we're seeing the same sort of thing here. Allen avoided one hit, but not the second one. That was Dan Sellers after Glenn Koka's early pressure.
Dan Sellers known for his great mobility. And asking Bob Obilovich why he's so quick. Well, he said it's quite simple. When he was at the University of Cincinnati, he was a safety. He only weighed 205 pounds. A great athlete. He's a little bit bigger now. But that constant pressure, first by Kolka and then down by Sellers.
Darnell Clash handling Kowrick's punt. He is taken out of bounds. Matt Dunnigan has been intercepted once by Darnell Clash. He is above 50% in terms of completion percentage and over 100 yards, but he has not manufactured a touchdown yet.
It's very tough to sit on a bench, whether you're out because of an injury or because you're not moving the football. It's a frustrating thing.
If you believe in momentum, it's all for the Argos now. First down from their 47. Renfro over the middle. Good hit by Dan Bass on Tony Johns, who's in the game as the Argo fullback. The Eskimos try to get a little spirit going on their side.
Danny Bass, a Western All-Star middle linebacker, and one of the reasons is because of his great play through 87, but he's smart. You see him in the middle, he'll drop back, but he knows who to watch. He's got his eye on him. You might think he's open, not for long.
Minute and a half to go in the second quarter. Renfro deep for Thomas. It's a battle for the football, and nobody won it. I guess Stanley Blair comes out ahead, though, because Thomas didn't catch it.
Well, Blair had some help there. I don't think Renfro wanted to throw the ball inside the coverage. Usually when you go deep, you want to get it over the outside. Maybe Thomas's inability to get around the cornerback forced him inside. That makes good defense.
Well, it was a pretty good pass, too. Thomas had a chance to catch it, and when it was thrown, I wasn't sure that would be the case. He couldn't have had a better chance to catch it, let's say, because of the good coverage by Blair. Well, Hank Olesic will punt. Bobbled it, and they block it. So the special teams are keeping the Eskimos in this game as now they try to convert a block punt into points.
Before the game, Hugh Campbell, general manager of the Eskimos, wanted to introduce his special teams because they have been so important. They come with a rush from the left side. Stanley Blair's done this year. The bobbled punt by Hank, or the snap, allows Blair to get a great jump. Norman takes the man. The up back cannot go out because there's pressure from Schaefer and Warren up the middle. Great quickness and a great block.
Hank Olesic had a punt block here in the regular season, and it was a BC touchdown. Now the Eskimos try to make Stanley Blair's block punt meaningful. Wide open, Milson Jones. Good cut back by Jones, the running back to the 22, 23-yard line for a first down. Skinner appears out of this game, at least for the rest of the first half, as he limps to the dressing room.
Skinner went down after that one play. Looked so good on cutting back against the flow. Puts Milson Jones at halfback and Chris Johnstone at fullback.
When this ball is snapped, there will be less than a minute to go in the first half. The Eskimos trying to get close to the Argos. Jones, a good hole up the middle. He's running near the 5-yard line, so there will be a chance for a touchdown by the Eskimos. And everything they've done well today has come from special teams. A long return by Williams, and now a drive after a block punt.
A sprint draw by the Eskimos. They want to get the defense thinking they're going out. They're going to throw the ball, get that pursuit to the outside, hand the ball off, and he comes back against the flow.
Ball placed at the Argos 6. Damon Allen is in for Matt Dunnigan, and Chris Johnstone is in for Chris Skinner. Allen, touchdown pass to Marco Sincar.
The Eskimos have been effective in their passing game over the middle. Rick House a number of times in the first half. Marco Sincar, he'll cross your face right in front of Jake Vaughn. Damon Allen makes the read, watches the defense drop back. Marco Sincar makes the adjustment. You see the backs come out. Goes behind Tank Landry for the touchdown.
Darick's convert is good. It's now 24-17 in a freewheeling first half of Grey Cup number 75. Kennedy, Williams, all sorts of things going on, and I don't think the Argos felt they would have 24 first half points. They certainly felt they could win the game and would win the game, but perhaps not this way.
Well, I think the experience factor will come into play when you have a chance to get back into a game. It's presented to you, you've got to take it, and I think more than anyone that Eskimo offense knew, we have to come away before the half is over with some points.
Well, if you take away Gizmo Williams' long return of a missed field goal and the block punt, the Argos have owned this first half, and yet their advantage on the scoreboard is only 7 points.
And I don't think they should let that bother them. It's not a frustrating situation. These big plays are going to happen during games. You can't let it get you down. It's an adjustment mentally. You know, Toronto's going to be thinking, all right, we'll get back on, see if we can get some points before the half's over. We have 28 seconds.
If they had a chance to see themselves as we see them, they would know how utterly silly they look.
Tag team wrestling.
Again, a kickoff return by Dwight Edwards. Good hit on him by Junior Robinson, so the Argos scrimmage the ball with 22 seconds showing on the clock.
Now the question, are you patient? You just let the half run out, go in with a secure lead, 24-17, or do you try to move the ball down and get some more points?
Well, when they hand the ball to Gil Fennerty, I'm not sure which option they've chosen.
Well, you never know.
The way he's run, he might be looking to go 90 yards on the last play of the first half. Short gain, though, this time by Fennerty. Clock ticking down under 10 seconds now. This will probably be the final play. Gilbert Renfro is going to make sure it is. He looks up at that clock before he asks for the ball from center. Rather politely hands it to Fennerty, but the Eskimos aren't being polite. Craig Schaefer laid a lick on Fennerty, the star of the first half, number 6 for the Argos, Gil Fennerty. The Argos lead by 7 at halftime. You're watching the CFN Grey Cup. Back he goes to the 30-yard line. And this is Henry Williams. To the 45-yard line, Eskimo ball there. First play of the second half for Damon Allen is a screen to Chris Johnstone. He's in for Chris Skinner, and he runs like Chris Skinner. Down to the Argo 45.
Well, the one advantage the Eskimos take into every football game is they've got 4 very solid running backs. Skinner leaves with a sprained ankle, unfortunately. Chris Johnstone, 6'3", 220 pounds. He steps in, and it's like you're not even missing a gear in an engine. Good blocking up front. Leo Blanchard. Kick people out. He takes it upfield. He's a load to hit.
Well, it looks as though the Eskimos are saying if the Argos want to keep coming, we'll keep throwing the screen pass. 4-men rush for the Argos. They still get to Allen, and he hit a lineman with the pass and not Johnstone as he was intending to do. First half statistics, and just look at the rushing stats for the Argonauts. Gil Fennerty making up most of that. The Argos have also outpassed the Eskimos, and the toss to Fennerty is the reason for that. Turnovers 2 against the Eskimos and 1 for the Argos, and they've been big plays. Eskimos scoring a touchdown with their last possession. They'd like to score a touchdown on their first possession of the second half. Allen over the middle. Kelly came back to the ball, as he does so well.
Well, that's the key there. Damon Allen drops it into an area. Brian Kelly is covered very well by Darnell Clash over top, but he's just going to get the football. He makes and puts himself in the area to catch the football. Damon Allen receiving a rude welcome from Glenn Kulka. But those are the big plays that have got them where they are today.
Football observers are amazed at how the Eskimos will throw into coverage, but if it's Brian Kelly at the other end, they feel confident he can catch the ball, and he did that time, and they must start throwing the ball to Kelly, I think. Stephen Jones, too. Whistles blow as this play is getting underway. Even if they have to take a chance or two.
Violation. Edmonton number 9.
The Eskimos have got to start throwing to the main offensive weapons, Kelly and Jones.
Another time count violation, and as a coach you have to look at that and say that's just, it's unnecessary unless the play comes in from the sidelines and it's the sidelines' fault. You've got to get in and out of the huddle and get yourself set, because their changes have to be made. And there's a good look at Doug Landry calling the defensive plays, playing with a very severely bruised shoulder and a very sore shoulder. But he's still there.
First and 15 for the Eskimos back at the Argo 25. Allen sideline pass. That's Stephen Jones on the end of that one, working against Reggie Pleasant.
Well, we'll look at Stephen Jones. He came into this game with a sore knee, and he's hobbling back to the huddle. He initially hurt it in the last game in the season against the Ottawa Rough Riders in Ottawa. As you can see, he's favoring. He's giving him some problem.
Ball is at the 13-yard line. It is second down and 3. A lot of options available here for the Eskimos. They have Johnstone and Jones in the backfield. Jones in motion, the give to Johnstone, and a great read by Dave Daniels. He almost took the handoff.
That's a big play by Daniels. He's up. He's coming anyways on a blitz, but that's a big mismatch. He just lays a pretty good stick on a big man right here. Boom! Head to head. He comes off him, but he hangs on.
It will force the Eskimos to try a field goal. Jerry Cowrick made one from 34 yards early in the second quarter. This to get the Eskimos closer to the Argos. Whistles blow as there's an Argonaut suffering a cramp on defense just as that play started.
2 guys. Glenn Kulka is down, and Landry, and both of them seem to, you can see he's trying to rub out that right calf. It's knotted up on him. Fred Dunbar is helping Landry out.
The Eskimos apparently complaining to Jake Ireland for the whistles. What would you say about that? Should he have blown a whistle?
When a player drops and he's injured, the play should stop.
Our people on the bench are suggesting that directions came from the Argo bench for somebody to fall down and prevent that play from happening. 2 of them fell.
Well, you know, it's a pretty good strategy. They had too many men on the field on defense, and I think they both took the call from behind the curtain saying, we got to go down, we got to stop this play. Otherwise, it'd have been a first down.
Well, Cowrick isn't bothered in the end. He makes the field goal, but apparently the Argos wanted to avoid a penalty. They did that. What do you do here? Renfro quarterback draw up the middle for a first down.
Not a bad call. I'm not sure if it was designed, but he reacted well to a lot of Eskimos lining up to the outside, looking like there's going to be pressure as Renfro stays on the ground.
Well, that's the one reason why it might be a bad call if he doesn't get up. Danny Barrett is the backup quarterback for the Argos. We've seen Damon Allen relieve Matt Dunnigan already for Edmonton. Barrett hurriedly throwing passes at the Argo bench.
Well, they'll give him time on the field. They'll design this, as you see, one of the people looking to the sidelines, watching the coach, making sure that Danny Barrett has time to talk to his head coach, warm up that arm. There's no hurry to get the injured player off. They have to coordinate it. Don't want to send Barrett in a hurry and a rush. See Renfro block on Bass, taking him down. The hit and the contact right here. That last player into the pile. Brunster might have done the damage on that leg.
Well, strangely enough, following the Argonauts' attempt to indicate injuries that apparently weren't there, they have lost 2 players with legitimate injuries. Gene Thomas out of the lineup as a wide receiver, and now Gilbert Renfro is going to be helped off the field, and Danny Barrett will come in to play quarterback.
Renfro missed 9 weeks through the '87 season with a sore knee. He has got a brace on that right knee, and I'm wondering if that bang is re-injured or just caused some pain and discomfort to that leg as he's getting some help off.
Well, Danny Barrett is a different type of quarterback. He's not as big. He's probably more elusive than Renfro. What about his arm?
Well, I think the reason he's dressing today is the same reason Kangemi dressed last week against Winnipeg. He threw well. Kangemi throws well against zone. Danny Barrett runs well.
He inherits a first down at the Edmonton 39. Kennedy can't get away from Danny Bass and Stuart Hill. The 2 best tacklers on the Eskimos are there to meet Kennedy, and it'll be second down for Danny Barrett.
As this second half has gone on, I felt a bit of a lull by both teams, and now I'm starting to see a shift of momentum to the Eskimos as we look at the right knee of Gilbert Renfro.
Second down for the Eskimos, 39. Barrett does run well, but he cannot get away from the pursuit of Stuart Hill. More emotion than we've seen from the Eskimos all day as they force Lance Chomick into the game.
Well, Stuart Hill able to keep his balance. They're trying to get him on the ground when they sprint out. That's where they want him. They don't mind if he goes inside, which he does there, but his quickness gets him off the ground. He's able to chase down Barrett before he gets upfield.
Hill has both sacks for the Eskimos. Dan Kearns, an injured Edmonton player. Chomick is looking at a field goal of about 50 yards.
Well, a lot of players after a long season come into this game with a lot of nicks and bruises. And they do their best to put it aside because it doesn't matter after this. There's lots of time to get healthy, but this has been a very physical football game.
The lead is 4. Chomick tries to make it 7. He must make a 50-yard field goal to do that. A lot of distance. It is good. He had trouble earlier in the game, but Lance Chomick just makes a big three-pointer from 50 yards out.
Yeah, that'll get him back on track. He looked in his eyes in the first half. You could see some discouragement and unhappiness because he hadn't hit many. He expects to make every field goal he kicks. This is how he expects to feel after he kicks everyone.
Well, Bob Obilovich said it, and you heard it as well as me. They weren't going to punt the ball to Gizmo Williams. They have done that, though.
Yes, they have, but I don't think they've done it as effectively as they wanted to.
To the 30-yard line, first down. Eskimos almost offside. Stephen Jones puts his head down and gets within a yard of a first down. Now they say he's out at the 39, which leaves him 2 yards short.
Boy, that's a long throw for a simple out. Reggie Pleasant, respecting Stephen Jones' speed, plays off him. And again, it's that patience. Let him come down. Well, you know, if they're going to back off us, we'll throw the ball outside. The short yardage offense comes into play.
That means 3 men behind Damon Allen. And one of them gets the ball. Milson Jones has to fight for the first down. He does have it, but it wasn't easy.
Well, the Eskimos have had tremendous success this year with that short yardage play. Big backs in the backfield. You know, with Milson Jones in the middle, he's led by either Blake Marshall, who's almost 230, or Chris Johnstone, who's almost 230 pounds. So that's a pretty good set of backs for size.
First down, Edmonton at their 41-yard line. Allen looked as though he wanted to throw it as soon as he dropped, and he doesn't get a chance to throw it at all. Rodney Harding really a force on defense all day for the Argonauts.
Well, when you watch Damon Allen drop back, you might think he's stuttering or changing his mind, but he's stopping. He's trying to make a read. He looks right here. If something comes open, he'll throw the ball. If not, keep going back to your 7-yard drop and look downfield for the rest of the play to mature. Never got a chance. Good coverage in the secondary.
Loss of 3. It is 2nd and 13 from the Edmonton 38. Allen on the run. Throws downfield. Catch is made. Rickhouse again. Near the Argo 50 for an Edmonton first down. Well, BC Place is almost full. There are close to 60,000 seats here, and that means close to 60,000 people. And I must say, they're all having a good time.
They are having a great time, and definitely mixed emotions of who's cheering for who.
Good running room, Milson Jones, and he carries tacklers with him inside the Argo 35. Another Edmonton first down. The Eskimos now starting to move the ball and keep the ball when they get it.
Well, it's the inability of the Argos not to move it when they got it. Milson Jones off that sprint formation just simply sits and waits and got that ball down and covering up. As you see Reggie Pleasant trying to strip it from him.
Eskimos getting into the rhythm of their offense, which clearly wasn't the case in the first half. Great catch over the middle. It's the same man, Rickhouse. And that's it for the third quarter, with the Eskimos threatening to take the lead. Currently, though, they trail 27-21. Our guest coach, Larry Kuharich, has always been known as a gambling quarterback coach. Would you be telling your quarterback now, get us a touchdown, and telling your field goal kicker to sit down?
I think so. I think the stage is set that you ought to tell the guy that you got 3 downs to get it in. They've been down there a number of times and settled for field goals. I think the deal is now they got to come away with 7, no matter if it takes them 3 downs.
And I said to you earlier, don't you think the Argos are starting to look a little fatigued on defense?
I think they're at the edge now. If Eskimos can get it in, then they're going to go down.
They'll try to get it in from 15 yards out. Allen looking and finding Brian Kelly. Did he catch it? He caught it, and it is a touchdown. The Argos kept waving it off, saying, first of all, that he didn't catch it, and secondly, that if he caught it, he didn't catch it in the end zone, but he did both. What a great catch, Neil.
Oh, super catch, and he zips it in here. Damon Allen, look at that. wants to drill it, and he hammers that ball. Brian Kelly knows he's over the line. He takes a tremendous shot, but he's in.
He didn't land in, but the ruling was that the catch was made in the air over the plane of the goal line. So they don't have to think about a third down gamble for a touchdown. They make it on first down, and they take a 1-point lead. The Edmonton Eskimos 28 and the Argos 27.
One of the greatest receivers in the history of the CFL, and you're going to see him in action. And this may be the turning point for the Eskimos. Shuffling out off on the ball, he's going to release to the outside. Couple little moves, dead stop, and that's why Damon Allen has to fire that ball in there and fire it fast before the DB comes up.
This is the 75th Grey Cup, and I'll tell you, not too many of the previous 74 have been as good as this.
Boy, you're not kidding.
And lots of time is left. 14 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. Why not look to that man when you want a touchdown, when you need a touchdown? The Argos have to reestablish themselves on offense, and I think that means reestablish Gil Fennerty. Edwards. Straight upfield to the 40-yard line. White thinks he could have gone farther. Damon Allen checks, and he sure has done a good job. The offense has worked much better for him than for Dunnigan.
Certainly has. He has the ability to come in, as he's done many times, either as a starter or a backup. Not even a backup is a good word to call, the second quarterback, and take over this team. He commands respect in the huddle because of his execution, and he's a very quiet type of leader. Dean Thomas is back for the Argos, but Gilbert Renfro is not. Danny Barrett, first down from the 40. Darrell Smith, he held on to the ball after taking a hit. So it's one big play one way, and the Argos come back with one of their own. The great thing is, you know, Smith knows he's going to get hit. He knows the defense he's going down on, that the safety is sitting back. Makes his move, gets it inside Howard. They're in a zone, they're dropping off. He knows he's going to get popped when he catches this ball. Not only did he know he was going to get hit, but he was able to stay on his feet and get a couple more yards. Here's Fennerty. Squirming for yardage, but it's not the same as the first half when Gil Fennerty was having time to look, pick his spots, and gain 4 or 5 yards before he started to make those moves. Now the Eskimos are right on top of him. Well, I don't know if that's a tremendously good sign for the Argos. After the first half, they were up on the sidelines, all of them chanting in unison. You can't get down in this situation. The offense needs help. Get up and help them on the sidelines. Second down. The Argos did not convert a second down play in the third quarter, and they won't convert this one, though there is a flag down that might give them another chance.
Outside, Edmonton number 20.
Don Wilson from that halfback spot. But I'll tell you, the offensive line of the Argos better snap on the chin straps and do a good job of protecting Danny Barrett, because he's the only one they've got left. Got to start picking up the stunts and the blitzes. That time he took a good shot from Schaefer. Well, there's what has happened to the Argo offense. Gil Fennerty has been taken right out of it in the second half. Second and short yardage. He might get the ball here. They give it to the big man, Warren Hudson, and he runs over people for the Argo first down. I think that's a great change-up. I mentioned in the first half they should start using Hudson, giving him the ball. He's a big stud. He gets up in there. A nice cut right there. Good block on Schaefer. Watching him by the play. Hudson reads it. Hits up in there. Let the big guy get some work. Argos from the 29. Again, Hudson. Gain of 4 to the 25. Now they're going to have to start wearing down this Eskimo defense's Bob Obilovich barks in some calls with John Kangemi just in the sweatshirt to his right.
Second down, 6. If the Argos don't convert, Lance Tomic has a chance to put them back in front with a field goal. Here comes a full blitz. And Barrett throws it too far for Paul Pearson.
It's frustrating for a coach, I'm sure. You see it there. Pearson's to the outside of Wilson. The ball's down. It's a catch and another first down. Asked Tomic before the game, actually yesterday, if it comes down to it, are you excited about kicking a winning field goal? He says, you bet. I would love to have the chance.
Well, just for the final play of the game, that's exactly what he'd be doing, trying to kick a winning field goal, but still have plenty of time in this wide open 75th Grey Cup game. The Argos down by a point. Tomic trying to put them up by 2. And after cramps that were questionable earlier, this is a legitimate one. So it appears, bothering Dan Peroni.
It's not a lot of fun to sit on the bench knowing that you could make a difference in the football game, and you can't even, you know, the expression is suck it up and get back in there. I mean, you can play with pain, you know, broken arm or something like that, but when you can't run, there's nowhere for you to go. It's frustrating.
Well, it is interesting to note that when Damon Allen came into the game, the Eskimos got better offensively, and the Argos have sagged since Renfro was put out of the game. But right now, the Argos can regain the lead. 32-yard field goal. Tomic didn't have a whole lot of oomph to that one, but accuracy is more important from 32 yards out. The Argos lead again, 30-28. Eskimos from their 30-yard line. The Argos wanted better defensive position than this. Allen on a wide sweep. Now he's going to take off. Fumbled the last time, and he's taken down by the ankles. This time, Willie Pless hitting Damon Allen.
The Argos doing a good job of slanting their rush towards the sprint. As you see the Eskimos send in that group of elephants for short yardage defense or offense.
Well, they need just under 4 yards for a first down. Are they going to try to plunge for that? They give it to Milson Jones, and he goes outside and upfield. Big first down run by Milson Jones.
Jake Bond moves up and makes the tackle, but not after Milson Jones. He's got his way downfield. Normally this play would hit up into the line. Follow your fullback right there, but he kicks it up and then bounces it out. Marshall redirects himself, not hitting into the line. Kicks out the outside man, and Milson Jones with his speed gets up the field.
26-yard run. They needed only 3.5. Jones got a lot more. Allen straight drop, screen to Johnstone. Avoided 2 Argo tacklers. First down and more. Johnstone to the 30.
What you're seeing now is some tremendous running. The desire not to be stopped, knowing that any play you make might be the one or the difference that wins a football game for you. Good blocking by Stevenson and Leo Blanchard. Blanchard puts a guy down, and that's just tenacious, and that's what these teams are showing today.
Jones tackled from behind by Gerald Bayless. Short gain on first down. It'll be second down and 8 for the Eskimos.
Ever since the Eskimos got that running game going, primarily with Milson Jones, the latter part of the second quarter, they have been able to take control of the offense, start using that clock up and move the football.
Well, the last time the Eskimos had a crucial play, they went to Kelly. Let's see if Damon Allen will look to Brian Kelly. Underneath the house for the first down.
Inside receivers have played such a big part. Ball control, pass receiving right here. Right down and then out. Jake Bond's got to come over, but he's already got position on the break. The ball's thrown perfectly to the outside. Bond's in good cover, but he can't knock the ball down.
7th catch for Rick House from Simon Fraser University, putting on a show in Vancouver. They fake a reverse. Allen has got it, and he might score. Touchdown. He slid in. 2 fakes in the backfield, and Allen kept it himself. A little bit of self-preservation in his mind as he goes into the end zone, lying down. There's one fake and another one.
And now it's going to the corner. It's a foot race. And as quick as Gerald Bayless is, he's not this quick.
Woo! Looks like he might have stepped out before he went in. That left foot went out at about the 1-yard line. They give Allen a touchdown. The Argos come on the convert, offside, or they are drawn that way. Gowrick wasn't waiting to kick it, however.
Offside. Toronto.
Looks as though they're going to kick it again, feeling that the whistle had blown the play dead before Cowrick kicked it.
Guess they're going to do the whole thing over again.
Allen had to bring a snap down for that convert by Cowrick, who says thanks very much, gives him a pat on the back. 5-point lead for Edmonton. They were heading for where the quarterback should have been, and Danny Barrett wound up in the end zone.
Unbelievable. Danny Bass, Larry Ruck, everyone blitzed to the inside. The only one left outside was Stuart Hill. Danny Barrett dressed in this game because he's a good runner. Great move by Bob Obilovich in choosing his quarterback.
And now the Argonauts, leading by 1 point, will try a 2-point convert. Going up by 2 really doesn't help them very much, so they will try to get 2. There are flags down. So if they can make this,
Toronto number 11.
Field goal can't beat them. Now I wonder if they change their mind.
Yeah, if you're going to put it in from 5, you might as well put it in from 10.
The Argos won the '83 Grey Cup here with Joe Barnes, the second quarterback, being the hero. We might be seeing another so-called backup be the difference in an Argo victory. Incomplete. They lead by 1 point. And had that been completed, it still might not have been good enough for the 2-point convert because it was not thrown to the end zone. They need 7 for a first down. They have to hurry to get the play underway. Just. The pass is incomplete. It is now up to Jerry Cowrick, unless the Eskimos want to gamble on 3rd down, but I doubt that. Well, they almost took too much time getting this play underway. It'll be a 49-yard attempt near the left hash mark, held by Damon Allen for rookie kicker Jerry Cowrick. Good. But the game is by no means over. There are 45 seconds left, and the Argos can win with a field goal. By no means is this game over. But what a great kick by Cowrick. Win or lose for the Eskimos, he really came through with his kick.
Unbelievable. Young man brought it to the Eskimos halfway through the year. This is a dream come true right there. If it stands the way it is now, it's a great decision by Joe Farragelli. But as you said, 45 seconds to go. Now start thinking. Back on offense. And this is the time that Daryl Smith told me the other day he wants a chance to catch that football.
Well, he's the guy you would think the Argos would look for from their 37. It is second down. Lots of time for Barrett over the middle, too high, and the hit is made after the ball went over the head of Paul Pearson, so it comes down to third down for the Argos. 23 seconds showing they need at least 10 yards to maintain their chances to win this game.
Pearson getting harassed by Warren, and Don Wilson, as he has all year, coming up hard, making a shot. Make him think about it in case he has to come into that area again.
The Argos need 10, otherwise the game is over. The Eskimos can start celebrating. It would have been a completed pass without the hit. Now there's still 16 seconds left, so Edmonton has to make sure they don't do anything foolish. But the guy that's getting all of the congratulations now is Stanley Blair, who broke up that pass.
Stanley Blair, Western nominee for Shenley Rookie of the Year. Pearson makes the catch, but it's that left arm coming over top, slapping the ball down.
"16 seconds left. Bob Obilovich can only look up and wonder what might have been if Gilbert Renfro had stayed in the game, although Danny Barrett scored what might have been the winning touchdown on a great run of his own. Clearly, though, the Eskimos have risen to success in the arm of second-string quarterback Damon Allen, while the Argonauts have not had the success that Gilbert Renfro gave them earlier in the game.
That is the difference right now. Joe Barrett came through with some big plays as a consistency in moving the ball.
This will be it. This will be the last play of Grey Cup number 75, the very best one I have ever watched. And the Edmonton Eskimos have won it. One quarterback hugs the coach, and the other quarterback hugs the football for a moment.
Congratulations to the Edmonton Eskimos, Grey Cup champions for 1987.
Very much a part of this Edmonton victory, though he is not in an Edmonton uniform. James Bell celebrating a Grey Cup victory with his Edmonton teammates. The Eskimos were nowhere near the victor's podium last year when the Hamilton Tiger Cats thoroughly beat them. This time the losing team was very close to it, the Toronto Argonauts. But there's only room for one team, and they're all up there right now representing the Western Division champion, Edmonton Eskimos.